What do I say? Welcome to the Toke&Trans podcast, where we talk life, love, and getting high. Grab a J and join us. What the fuck is up, everybody? It's the Toke&Trans podcast again with your boys, Aaron and Beau. And a quick announcement. My mustache is connecting to my beard on one side. You can hold your applause.
Let's just kick that shit off with a W, Mister. Growing out that
fucking
beard.
Go. Look, the other side isn't. You know, we're just happy. We're happy. It's on one side.
On his way.
So if you've been on T, for going on 6 years like me, and you're like, why the fuck isn't my mustache shit? Why the fuck isn't anything connecting? Why the fuck am I patchy? And just give it some time, because I was literally a patchy little mutt 2 years ago. And now all of a sudden, I don't know. If you're an OG fan, you know about the bald spot underneath my chin. The bald spot is filled in, baby.
Okay, let's go.
Bald spot filled in, and now my mustache is connecting on the right side. So
let's just kick that off with some euphoria, because it's important. It's important to find those things that make you happy, dude, and you hang on to that shit, especially right now. I feel like things have been a little crazy. Things have been crazy. Unless you have put your phone away and sworn off technology in general, you probably have heard about a lot of crazy shit going on in your feeds. And when I say a lot of crazy shit, I mean a lot of crazy shit, like multiple crazy different shits.
Yeah,
that are like individual shits that were like, holy, like, wow, like we're just overwhelmed. So we were like, no, we don't really want to make an episode and like harp on these things that we already kind of know are happening and are like constantly bombarded with. I feel like on social. At first I was like, wait, maybe we should. And then Beau was like, maybe we shouldn't. I was like, that's a better idea. I was like, that's a way better idea. And so we thought more like, how are we getting through these crazy times and these times that feel really scary sometimes? And in this day and age, to be a trans person in general it can be a little rough. So we are going to focus on what we do individually and together, like this podcast, that make us feel like a little bit less alone, make us feel like we can get through these things and that this time shall frickin' pass. And that's kind of what we're thinking. Beau, is that cool with you?
Yeah. Even my dad messaged me the other day and was like, I gotta get off Facebook. I cannot see this motherfucker's face anymore. And I'm like, yeah.
I felt like when it felt like it just like came all up on the feeds, I was like, it's like round 2 of like the people that weren't like outspoken about supporting Trump, like kind of were reposting these things, and I was like, oh, that's sad to see.
Yeah.
And like kind of just kept happening, and I honestly got kind of frustrated with it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, as a person who full time does like social media marketing, like in many avenues, I'm like, how am I supposed to take a social media break? Like how realistically, what the fuck does that look like for me? So I was like, okay, I can't really, I mean, I could delete them off my phone and use a different app or whatever, but I haven't had to take a social media break. I'm not someone who takes them regularly, but I took all my social media apps and I like swiped over to like the last screen of my apps and put them all in like the 5th or 8th, like made like a crazy different page. So where on my iPhone, I had to like swipe all the way over to find them. And I found myself not automatically clicking them as much. And if I needed something for work, I could go look. But I felt that was definitely something I was feeling too. Same with your dad. I was like, I am sick of fucking seeing this shit. Like, oh my God, like, come on.
Right.
Also, if you do that, you can use a newsfeed eradicator extension on your computer. If you need a social media break, that's a little fun fact. And if I shared my screen, you would be able to see that my Facebook feed, like if you pop up Facebook,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't have a scrollable feed. It only inputs like a motivational quote instead of the feed. It's supposed to like help people focus when they're like
Oh,
working in this industry. Yeah, so
that's
take a look at that if
cool.
you're playing games or messaging people or whatever, and you just don't want the feed. Something to help.
Mm,
Something to
I
help. I
love
guess I'll
that.
just kick that. I wasn't even on my list, but try that.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, so um I guess in lieu of that, I was watching Hank Green, and he was saying how he has this app. I forget. I got it though. He made an app to like help you focus, and it's a little bean. Um and the bean is knitting. He knits socks, and he needs you to not use your phone so that he can focus on knitting socks.
Cute.
And when get you can collect the socks and trade them in for um, decor in his little room. And
Cute. So
um,
it's like gamifying not using your phone.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then you can take a break, and you can focus, and then he starts knitting, um, and then you just don't use your phone, and then you get to decorate his house, and it's
That's
cute. I've been doing that.
cute.
It only does it for like 120 minutes is the max. Um,
Yeah.
which I think is, I mean, for someone who's like addicted to their phone as me, I think that's a good, I
I
think
feel
that's
like
a good stepping stone.
for
It's
most people, I think that would be a good stepping stone.
yeah, and it's really cute, and
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a good idea too. I
yeah,
like that.
I like it too. It's so everything has been just so in your face, like even if you do take a social media break, it's like how do you avoid hearing about this stuff? But I mean, even just today, I have several trans friends, and like they were texting each other and stuff. We're like, did you hear? Oh God, what are we gonna do? Did you pack a go bag? And it's like, I can't, I can't think of this. And I mean, this is it's and there's a nuance in everything. I'm coming from a place of privilege, maybe from a place of naivety, from maybe I idealism. I don't know, but I'm trying to believe in the entities that have made themselves available for situations like this, like the ACLU, the Human Rights Campaign, organizations like that, the Trevor Project. Like, there's,
Yeah, and if you don't know what he's saying about the ACLU, go and follow them on social media and you'll be able to see what we're talking about. It's definitely something that you want to be mixed into your feed popping up for sure. Sorry, not to interrupt you, but I want to make sure they
yeah,
check that out for sure because
it's
it changed my
definitely,
feed for me.
yeah, it's definitely like realistic hope core. Like, these are the
What's
people
actually
that
happening?
are right. They are suing the government, the administration, and for the attacks on trans rights, and there are several ongoing cases, and they're keeping us updated, and it's it's hard to keep reading these headlines, but I'm also, they're not, what we're not also seeing is the ACLU suing them for it, you know
Right. Yeah.
and we won't see the results of that for, I don't know, however long. Court cases last a really long time, especially with stuff like this, and it's like I'm I'm trying to do my best in trusting these entities, and
Hmm.
that they will do the job that they are prepared to do to prevent certain things from happening. I'm
Hmm.
also heartened by unexpected entities like the NRA.
I saw that.
Making, did you see that where they I love that. That's the thing that I don't have a problem with Republicans. I have a problem with Christo nationalist fascists, okay? And there's nothing wrong with the Second Amendment at all. Um we need better control, obviously, over who is permitted what kind of gun. Um but
Hmm. I agree.
the at least the NRA is consistent with their beliefs that Americans should not have that right taken away from us, regardless of what kind of person we are. As long as we're sound of mind.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that was like a big, like, oh, okay, okay, cool. Some of them are
It's like,
still okay in the brain.
right. So they're putting together that we are also Americans.
Right,
We also have rights to
right,
bear arms and free
right,
speech and everything that everyone else has. You just don't necessarily connect those two things in your head because it's not the stereotype, right?
right.
Yeah, no, it definitely has yeah, been a lot to try and step out. And I think that's a good stepping point of like you trust those entities, right, that are working hard to like fight for us. And like where I live is a very like kind of a rougher area here in East Tennessee, and
Yeah.
it's I personally got a little overwhelmed myself, and I'm like, okay, how can I think about this to where it can be like, how can I be prepared but not panic? And so, and as like pre-Katrina, like Hurricane Katrina, as a kid I went through, so like preparedness is something I know about. I know how to be prepared. I know what should be in my go bag. I have one downstairs. It's pitiful, not updated, but I have one down there because that's just something that keeps me at ease for storms. It's like something that I do just for my own peace of mind. So that aspect of it is helpful for me to like know that I have, I can update it. It's a backpack that is ready to go of what I need if I need to get out and bounce. Um but I was like, I what else can I do to make myself feel safer in an area when I live in an area where it's not safe, right? So I hit Facebook Marketplace, and I hit up and got like a bundle of Ring security cams, because we have one security camera in our Ring plan, and we record. So you with one camera you can record, like, so you can add as many cameras as you want. So we're like, what the heck, we can go and get them used, and they're just
Uh-huh.
factory reset. So we got like 3 more to like put around the house to make us feel a little more like safe, like all the entries and exits are covered, like really bumping up the security a little bit, not in a way that it's like binoculars on your house and like make you feel like you're being recorded everywhere, but in the
Right.
sense of like, now I'll feel, more, a little more at ease. It give me a little more peace of mind.
Mhm.
So just little things like that I've also been kind of leaning into to kind of be
Yeah.
like to make me feel safe, the what things I can do to make myself feel safe.
Yeah. Um
Yes.
Also, since we were talking about, being addicted to our phones, I have been trying to, like, it's like a little bit of staying off my phone and a little bit of unfollowing and following the right people.
Oh my god.
Still trying to
Yes.
stay informed
Yes.
while not, like, doom scrolling and panicking myself to death because of exaggeration and, social media hyperbole and stuff.
Yeah.
I've also There's this guy that I followed. I mentioned him before, um Simon Jacob Says or something.
Hmm.
He posts regularly at what's going right in the world,
I love
and
that.
just like great headlines, like how in Europe, like, a lot of environmental laws are being passed, and like whales are recognized as people and have rights, and like all the just like a lot of really good environmental science going on. Like, there was some new species of like frogs and insects discovered recently, and like just a bunch of
Yeah,
like
just cool shit.
just like yeah stuff that like there's been a lot of movement with the land back movement. Like several tribes have received their land back and have already started efforts in bringing back original and native flora and fauna, and like it's already doing so well. And
Yes.
it's just like that's the stuff I need to see. Like
Yeah.
sure, okay, America's shit, but like there's a lot of good going on right now too. And it's just like not really here.
Yeah, yeah, no, as someone who does like with marketing, like it's literally how your feed works. If your feed exists how it is, if you have your phone and you're like, I feel like my feed sucks, I feel like all of this is wrong, you literally need to do what Beau just said. You need to go look up what you do want to see on your feed, either this person that Beau's referring you to, or look up the hashtags of freaking DIY projects or whatever it is that you're into, and then go and follow like 3 new accounts, heart and like heart or even comment on multiple videos of those things, and you will find your phone giving you those things now automatically. Like it's literally you're telling your phone, this is what I want you to serve me more of. And
Hmm.
so of course when we interact with those things that are getting us fired up and things, and we're like, man, and it keeps serving it, and you're like, man, I don't want. And so it's kind of like you're not really sure. I would say that's how to like kind of reset it. Like think about what you want to run into and what you like to do. If you play guitar and you want to see more guitar stuff, you want to see some woodworking shit, I don't know, but hit the hashtag and then find those things, so that way you're telling your phone like, I need you to serve me this. I need less of
Hmm.
this because this is not making me feel good. This,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, I would also advise against looking at the comments. Just don't look at the comments. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know
Yeah.
you want to read them so bad. You want to reply. You want to fucking you
Yes.
stupid idiot. You don't even know. You don't even read. Here's a fucking link to a study. You fucking idiot. Don't do it. Don't do it. Or
Right.
if you want to, because this is what I do. This is my dirty little secret. my my dirty little my little treat that I give myself. It's so good. Oh, it's so
Mm-hmm,
yummy.
mm-hmm,
I like to reply to someone
mm-hmm.
and then just block them immediately,
It's
so
like, here's my answer.
they can't reply
See,
back to me because I've blocked
yes,
them. And
this
so
is the end of the conversation.
to everybody else, I had the last word, and you didn't reply,
Yes,
so I won. So
I got you. Yes, okay, I got you.
so
Okay,
that's what
okay.
it just tastes so good in my mouth. So if you, either don't look at the comments or block them immediately, because you don't need whatever's going to follow after it. You don't need it
They will go for hours, for
for hours.
days, for weeks. They enjoy it, they eat it up. And I think that, and that's something, even me, like I try to post regularly on social, and in my comments, I've never, like, unless it's my own post, I don't look at the comment section, because I know how it's gonna make me feel. It's gonna make me want to flip some shit. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, so that's a really good, I like the idea too. Is just, let's just skip it, and
Yeah,
then
just you
yeah,
know, or just say just sometimes when when we work together, I would get frustrated by something um like a person had said or whatever, and I would send it to you guys for what they said, and instead of getting mad at the person, I would say to you like what I would say, like, oh well,
yes,
excuse me,
yeah,
and then
exactly.
go and be nice, but
But vent for that second.
right.
Yeah, no,
So
I
like
got you.
maybe do that, instead of replying to the comment, just like send it to your
Yeah.
friend and be like, well, listen here, bud.
Listen to this trash.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I thought of you the other day because got into I like I said, I don't slip into the comments, and this is kind of what preempted my social media break. Is one of my Facebook friends had posted something, and is and then someone, my former boss, had commented on it, and like someone I worked for before I started marketing, and
Oh no.
commented on it, and I was like, and they're like, it's a local play, and I'm like, you know what, I can't. So I actually I fell victim to my own. I broke
Oh
my own
no.
rule, and I
Oh
did.
no.
I responded. They responded, a double paragraph, and I responded one more time, and I realized that I was like, wait, I remember this asshole sitting in his office doing nothing but typing this shit, and like all day long, and like yelling about it in his office. If you guys watch the Grave Girls episode, me and Charlie talked about working
Oh,
together in a toxic work environment, and that was kind of the
that was the
situation. And so
guy.
I fell victim to being like, this motherfucker, so I fell victim to being like, okay, let me say it. And then he responded back another huge long thing. And I had to be the grown person and be like, I don't want to spend my time on this earth with you.
Yeah.
Like interacting with you in any way, shape, or form. Like, I'm not going to feed into this. Like I said, what I felt like I wanted to say in the perfect way I wanted to say it. And I'm going to leave that because, like,
Yeah.
if I keep going with you, like you start to realize at a certain point in the conversation, it's no longer really conversation. It's just more derogatory. It's more
Yeah.
just like name calling, and like
Yeah.
the whole point of the conversation gets really construed. So I definitely would avoid it, because, or if you do get sucked in like I did, make sure that, like you said, you make your one post, your one comment being like, I disagree. This hurts my heart to hear this, that this is how you feel, blah, 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 whatever. And leave it at that, and like
Yep.
walk away at it, because it's
Yep.
like, it's a rabbit hole that will suck more out of you
Yeah.
than
And
refill you up. And like, we need to do things that refill us right now, like especially right now.
yeah. And these are the people.
We're smokers, Toke&Trans, y'all.
Woo!
Smoking.
These are the people that have proven to us that facts don't matter. Facts don't matter to them.
Right.
And it's so contradictory because they're the ones that chant facts over feelings when provided with real facts, they have time and time again
A lot of feelings.
right provided
Yeah.
us with a lot of feelings and very little facts. So how do you
Moving on.
argue? How do you argue with somebody where facts don't
Yeah.
matter? There's nothing you could say. You just say, okay, well, let me just click my red heels
It,
and
it,
wish,
yeah, it kind of reminds me of like if you were both standing on a debate stage, and you're like debating back and forth, like a real debate with real debate rules, not like the previous elections we've seen in the last very many years. But like back in the day when they were boring and everyone followed the rules, like
yeah,
they were like just respecting each other. Not boring, but you know what I'm saying? Respecting each other. It wasn't like television to have it on the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
TV.
yeah,
Like, it just makes me think of that. And then it being like, okay, we're all of a sudden deciding we're not going to debate, and I'm just going to like run off the stage and come towards you. You know, really, you're like, okay, so we're not
right,
debating. Like now this is a UFC version.
right,
Like, what do we? It kind of just reminds me of that. I don't know, brain tangent.
yeah. Yeah, dude, no, you're right. And someone said it before, and I think I I miss when politics were boring.
Right.
I
No
mix
one paid it. Well,
right.
I
No
don't
one
know.
wanted to watch the debate because we knew what it was going to be. It was going to be boring. And now it's like, well, I mean, the most recent ones, of course, we want to watch the debate because it's like, it feels like life or death. It feels like life or death, or like a
I
fucking Jersey Shore episode.
Every
I'm like,
time, every time. I
it
feel
can't,
like I
it
don't
can't be like this.
remember when politics were boring, because for me, Obama was
Do you remember
people
Mitt
were like,
Romney?
I yes, the one that went against Obama.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
And
was a
so
Republican
that was
man.
the first that was the first election that I like paid attention to, I guess, because it was like, look, we have a black president now. Like, look at
Uh-huh.
this dub. Like, this is amazing. Like, as a celebration. And now it seems like we had this like peaceful time, and then ever since, like, it seems like it's just been like craziness. And so I feel like for me, like, and that was middle school for me. So like, I
Right.
since I started learning about what the word politic meant, this is how it's been, I guess, kind of is like a, oh my gosh, like revolutionary news and politics. Oh my gosh, like ever
Yeah.
since. So I just kind of just I just like I'm just like really I really wish that it was less divisive than it is nowadays, and it was more just like, we disagree, but like,
Right.
our president stands for both people, like both sides, all people, you know.
Well,
Um,
not currently.
we're
But
I'm saying that's what I miss of what it was.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know how like they're saying, like the whole like propaganda is that criticizing Israel is anti-Semitic, and but really what's anti-Semitic is assuming that all Jews are Zionists when most of us aren't. I wonder if there are you know, rational, moderate Republicans, normal Republicans that feel like now that because Trump is a Republican, but he's not, he's a fascist, that they like feel what am I saying? Feel the same kind of way, like how Zionism is not Judaism. I wonder if they feel like because of the representation now that like Republican equals fascist now in America, and they're like, no, I'm
right.
not fucking fascist. Like fuck
They're
Donald
like
Trump.
stuck under, yeah, they're like stuck under that stereotype, like everyone else is of every other type of thing.
Right. Like they're
Yeah,
just fiscally conservative, and what happened to the Republican Party, And
yeah. I wonder if that's kind of the situation. I have people in my own family that voted for Trump the first time, and the second time came to me and was like, I'm really stuck because I don't think that this is the best thing for us right now, and I'm
right.
not liking what I'm hearing. And of course it was, I don't like Kamala, blah blah blah. So it's like
Right.
so it was like so then she was like, I just decided not to vote this year. And for me, I was like, wow, like that takes balls. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That takes like a level of like, have to sit back for a second and say, like, what am I really standing behind here? Like, what am I really supporting? Which you should always do in every situation of anything you're
Right.
supporting ever. You should always think about those things and double check that it
Right.
aligns with with how you're feeling. So
Right.
yeah, yeah, and the
Even
things that,
though even though withholding a vote is kind of like sucked, it's still like
yeah,
as a
exactly,
person that
it
you have a
does,
relationship with, that is a
exactly,
message to
exactly,
you directly, like saying like, okay, this person sees some rationale, and like that is sending a message, even though okay,
right.
at least you're not voting for him, but I wish you would vote for the other
You're not
person, but like
exactly. You're not. Yeah, like I'm happy. I'm happy that you realize the extent of what was going on. You
right.
know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
like I said, since I have a regular relationship, and yeah, like navigating relationships throughout this whole just election, like craziness, and just craziness in general,
Yeah.
feel like it's been a tricky situation for most people, is
Yeah.
navigating, different friends or different family members sharing different things that you weren't expecting them or not expecting to see, and then you see it and you're like, how do I don't want to overreact to this, but I don't want to negate my feelings of kind of feeling hurt. And so yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it's important to stick to the things that make you feel better, because inevitably right now there are going to be things that are going to fire you up. Like at this point it's
Yes.
going to be really easy to get fired up. So the thing, like focusing down on the things that individually make you happy, and not just like, oh, I like to watch football on Saturday and that makes me happy. And yes, that is a form of self-care sometimes, to just check out and zone out and watch a show or whatever. But like, what do you do when you are like, when I was preparing, like what I wanted to think about for today is like, when I was like, what are the things that I do when I'm like crashing out, right? Like when I'm like
Yeah.
real, like it, like there's self-care of like, oh, I deserve to give myself some love today. Like I'm going to take some time and shave. Like that's what it looks
Right.
like for me.
Yeah. I'm
So
gonna take
it's
a
like,
bath.
you know, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do something that like that I'm, that's gonna like spoil myself because I know I've been doing a good job. There's that, and then there's like
Right.
self care, like crashing out. There's like
Right.
I need to get myself back to ground zero. My heart rate's going crazy. I'm getting scared. I'm starting to like panic, and plotting my move to Ireland with Rosie O'Donnell, like
Right.
trying to dial it in. And I just, with my list, I felt like the top thing for me, I felt like, was music, like finding the thing that gives you the most peace. So for
Uh-huh.
me, I was like, I feel like listening to music, and not just listening to music, but listening to it loud, safely. I know you're not supposed to like break your eardrums or anything. Everybody has those phone notifications telling you to turn that shit down.
Yeah.
So, but I'm doing it in a way where it's like you feel like you're at the concert kind of way. And
Right.
when I listen to that kind of music, and when I find a song that really like hits for me, when you're listening to it loud, you can hear the vibration of your voice, but you can't like hear your voice. So you're
Yes.
basically hitting the same notes, like
Yes.
even if you're the
Yes.
shittiest singer. So you're just
Yes.
like giving it your all. And like, whether you're doing this just chilling at your house, like cleaning, or whether you're on like driving, I will literally sing with them like I am side by side on stage, like neck, like veins going and everything, like
Yes.
hitting that note. And to me, I am hitting that note, and like me and this artist or whatever are locked eyes, just hitting this note, getting through this together, finding that unity spot or whatever. And that is like one of my favorite ways, whether I'm just listening and just rocking back and forth and just kind of crying, or whether I'm listening and singing and like really giving it like singing with my whole chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. I totally do that too, dude. That's so crazy. And that's so
Yeah.
funny. I was doing it not too long ago. I have this like 90s playlist that I like, and Alanis Morissette came on, and
Yes.
so I'm blasting it. The windows are up. I am screaming. And I'm
Yeah.
here to remind you. and,
Yes,
and then
sir.
later I go downstairs, and Maggie's like, Tim's sister is like, "Oh, we had a concert together earlier." And I was like, "We had a what?" I thought I was the only one home. She said
That
she
is
said,
fucking
"No, I thought you heard me
hilarious.
singing along with you. I was singing with you. We were belting it out." I was like,
I
"Oh my
was
god, I am."
joining you.
I was like, "I am so
He
sorry.
said,
My headphones were on. I did."
I thought this was a sound check. Like,
Oh my god, I was so embarrassed, but
shit, bro.
she was like, "No, I was having fun."
I love that. And if my also another thing that will really just, if especially when you're in the mood, when you're driving and you're doing that, if you lock eyes
Yes.
with the driver, with someone just like driving past you, or like a
Uh,
passenger or something, don't break that character. Like, share that energy with him. I don't know. That's
yes.
something that that I always do. I can't sing worth a
Yes.
damn, but I'm connected to music in all kinds of ways, and I play instruments and all this shit. But it's really fun, I feel like, to share that. I just feel like music is healing, and you should share it with others. And that is probably my number one thing that helps me the absolute most.
Yeah. Uh I that's a good one. I would also say my one of mine would be, I don't like since I moved to Philly, I don't go out much anymore. I moved away from most of my friends, so I don't get a lot of friend time um in person, like face to face. So I do my best to maintain my relationships and like have video calls with my friends as often as possible, and like text them as much as I can. We all have lives and we all like drop out every, but we're all adults and we all understand it. I don't experience relationship degradation, and none of my friends really do either. So it's just um
Wait, what does that word mean? Just because I'm. What is
relationship
it?
degradation. It's
What does that
like
mean?
it means like your relationship degrades over time and without maintenance. Like you just stop
Okay,
talking, you just fall off, and
I got you.
you're just not close anymore. You wouldn't call like you used to be friends, but you wouldn't call each other friends anymore. Not for any particular reason, just that you don't talk anymore.
It's been too
And
long. Yeah,
right,
I
right,
got
it's
you. I
been
got
too
you.
long. If you were to meet again, you would have to like start over kind of deal, like get to know each other
Yeah,
again. But
right.
for
Yeah,
people who don't experience relationship degradation, it's like you could talk to me not for 2 years and then call me and say like I'm in Philly, let's grab coffee, and it'll be
yeah.
like nothing ever, like no time ever
Because you're the
happens.
fucking man. That's why.
um so what was I saying? Oh, right, video calls.
Yeah, yeah. It's important. No,
So
that's what we.
yeah,
That's
like it's
legit what
important
we
to
do.
see, like to look at my friend's face and to look at them and be like, I love you, and to
Yeah,
like even like that's just something that's never going to go away and that's never going to change no matter how bad things get, no matter what the headlines are ever going to be. I'm always going to love you,
yeah,
like
bro,
me to you, bro,
bro.
and me to
Yeah,
anybody listening, like
yeah,
no matter what happens, what we have is each other. And that's like probably my number one like healer is my friends, and getting to look at you and getting to tell you that I love you with all of my heart, and that my life is, you know, not full without you. And meeting you has given me a kind of purpose and a fulfilling friendship that I didn't think that I missed in my life. And now that I have it, it's just so wonderful. And, now that I said that, I feel so much better.
bro. I love you, dude, and that's you're so right. And like us having each other and having like even just having this podcast with just like you said, like with the listeners too. Like we've been doing this for a minute. Like we've got a few episodes going here. Like we've and me and you have like known each other for a really long time, and it's really important to value those friendships. And you're right, and to video chat and to look them in the face, say I love you, even if it's just 30 seconds, you know what I mean?
Right.
Even if
Yeah.
it's just short and quick, or if it's an hour and a half, like it's whatever you can give. And I fucking love you, dude, and I'm glad we have this
I love you.
podcast, and I'm glad if you're listening that you are listening, because that now means that you are not by yourself, that this shit is going to be frustrating. There are going to be people that hurt your feelings. Wow, I'm going to get emotional. There are going to be family members that hurt your heart. There are going to be a lot of emotions that you're going to feel. But I guarantee you guys can always come back to this pod. You can always message us, because regardless, we are here and we're not going anywhere. And we, as a community, are stronger when we are together and holding hands and saying, this is not okay. This is what is okay. And this is what we deserve. And
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, bro. All right.
Yes,
Okay,
dude.
shedding some tears on the pod. All right, bro.
It's okay.
No,
Boys
it's
cry.
important.
Boys can cry.
Real men cry. All right.
Real
Real
men
men
cry
cry.
for real.
Yes. All right, man. That we just wanted to drop a little knowledge, a little positivity with a little bit of the craziness that's been going on. That's just some things that help us get through it. I hope they help you get through it. If I would really genuinely, if you're listening, to comment below and tell us what you do, because we straight up would be like, I'm doing that this evening, because everyone needs that shit. Like we
Yeah.
all need to try new things because you never know, those new things could spark new joy for you. Try the shit that you used to love when you were a kid. Bust out those puzzles. Find something that you really love to do. Reach out to your friends. We love you, and we will see you in
In the
the
next
next one.
one. Oh,
Okay, bye.
also happy Rosh Hashanah. Shana Tova. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.